Good afternoon and warm welcome to all of the attendees present to the third series of the Rediscover Maldives webinar series. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Mariam Lobaba and I'll be your moderator for today. This session is focused on Southeast Asia, India, China, Korea, Japan, and Australia. This is a series of destination awareness webinar to share information how to navigate through the new normal of traveling to regain confidence for travelers in the destination to portray Maldives as a safe haven and to conduct and launch the must-do experiences in the Maldives. To start off, I would like to run through the agenda that we have planned for today. We'll be starting with the introductory remark by Mr. Tayyib Mohammed, the Managing Director of MMPRC, the National Tourism Board of the Maldives, followed by a statement by Mr. Asad Riza, the Deputy Minister of Tourism, a small introduction from our PRs. This will be continued by the launching of our new campaign, A Must-Do Experiences in the Maldives. We are also excited to have three of our industry partners, Mr. Ahmed Mashir, Senior Guide of Secret Paradise, Ms. Mercy Gureva, Director Marketing and Communication of World of Astoria Maldives, Mr. Nasir Musa, Managing Director of UI Hotels, who will be taking you to a virtual journey to the Maldives. I'll take one question after each experience to put to each property. You may submit the question in the chat box. Lastly, I will answer some of the questions during the Q&A session. So without further ado, I would like to request our Managing Director, Mr. Tayyib Mohammed, to give an introductory remark. Mr. Tayyib Mohammed.
Good morning from the Maldives, the sunny side of life. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to the Rediscover Maldives webinar series. As you may know, on 15 July 2020, we reopened our borders, fully confident in the safety measures and preparations to ensure the protection of all our visitors and people working in the tourism sector itself. Working in the tourism sector, under the current circumstances, the geographical distribution of our islands and the one island, one resort concept guarantees that visitors get to enjoy their vacation in seclusion, as it offers a level of safety that can only be achieved in Maldives. From arrival to departure, the procedures set in place are systematic and managed in a manner with the least inconvenience to visitors. Resort facilities and tourist establishments have been regulated to ensure that they are in line with the COVID-19 tourism guidelines. Liverboats and safaris have also resumed operations, and they are safe as they are self-contained and do not require any contact with the local population or visitors outside the group. This ensures that visitors can enjoy their vacation in various activities without any interruption. Today, I'm pleased to be meeting you all from China, India, Japan, Australia, South Korea, and Malaysia markets as well. The China market had an impressive rate of 284,029 arrivals in 2019, whereas 44,251 tourists from Japan visited Maldives earlier. From China visited earlier this year. Since 15th July 2020, 23 holidaymakers have arrived in the country. From the beginning of the year and even during the March and to date, we have been consistently visible in the Chinese markets. Several webinar series and sessions have also been conducted for the travel trade in China, and Maldives have been constantly visible via WeChat and Weibo marketing campaigns. Thank you, everyone. For Japan, a media fam trip was also conducted earlier this year. There were 166,030 arrivals from India in 2019. Since 15th July 2020, that was. Since 15th July, there was about 132 arrivals noted. Noteworthy activities include major fairs such as SATE and BLTA, and other lots of visible campaigns. 39,928 tourist arrivals were recorded from Australia, whereas 76 tourists arrived in Maldives since the reopening of the borders. I wonder how they will be isolating. Joint campaigns with Singapore Airlines were conducted to keep the country's presence visible in the Australian market amidst the ongoing pandemic. Numerous media exposure via articles and interviews were also seen in the marketing this year. In 2019, 37,073 tourists arrived from Korea. The SQ agent seminar was conducted earlier this year in Korea as well. The Southeast Asian market had 87,636 tourist arrivals in 2019, whereas there has been an arrival rate of 117 after the borders reopened in 15 July 2020. Some of the activities carried out in this market include joint campaigns with Air Asia and Parta Dream Festival as well. That being said, we are working together with our reps from the respective markets on more marketing efforts to constantly remind visitors that Maldives is one of the most ideal and safest holiday destinations. We launched the Rediscover Maldives, the Sunny Side of Life campaign simultaneously. Sorry, we launched the Rediscover Maldives, the Sunny Side of Life campaign simultaneously with the reopening of our border. Rediscover Maldives webinar series is part of this campaign to share information about the reopening of Maldives and highlight safety and hygiene measures put in place to ensure that Maldives is a safe haven for both tourists and staff alike. While we all have been dreaming of travel, it gives me great pleasure to be launching today a dozen must-do experiences in Maldives during this webinar. We hope that these special experiences would inspire you all to visit Maldives again. I hope this webinar provides you with important information about visiting the Maldives and clarifies any questions you may have. Before I conclude, I would like to thank Mr. Asad Riza, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Tourism, for taking the time out of his busy schedule to participate in this webinar and meet you all and say hello and answer any of your questions. And also, I would also like to thank the Travel Link Marketing Company, China, Think Strawberries, India, Travel Link Marketing Co. Limited, Japan, and Wild and Associates Private Limited, Australia, S Marketing and Communications, South Korea, and Pacific World Travel, Malaysia, for representing the Maldives in these markets, especially during these unprecedented times. You've done a lot. Thank you, everyone. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our industry partners for their utmost support given to us. Today, we will be seeing three of the main contributors, and thank you, Mr. Ahmed Marshir Ali, Senior Guide, Secret Paradise, Miss Mercy Guarva, Director Marketing and Communication, Waldorf Astoria, and Mr. Nasir Musa, Managing Director, UI Hotels. I thank you all for your time in joining this webinar today, and I welcome you all to come and rediscover Maldives, the sunny side of life. Thank you, Luby.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyib. Now I would like to request Deputy Minister of Tourism, Mr. Asad Reza, to continue the session. Mr. Asad Reza.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and very good morning and good afternoon to you all. As Maldives is now easing out of lockdown and has reopened its borders, we are still adjusting to the new normal. We do so by enforcing strong precautionary measures for the tourism industry, from port of entry to transfers and to the places of accommodation. Safe travel and guideline for restarting tourism are measures enforced by the country's health authorities and tourism industry. It has facilitated the reopening of Maldives' world-class tourism industry while ensuring the safety of our residents as well as the visitors. Safety is our priority, and with the current measures in place, despite the little inconvenience, we ensure it is now safer for all our visitors. There are also guidelines that will evolve as we go along, and we rediscover tourism through resilience, a united response, and with confidence and convenience. We use this crisis as an opportunity to rediscover a new normal through unity and harmony. Thank you, and I'll be available for any question which you may have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Asad Riza. Now I would like to request our peers of the representative markets to say a few words. The first introduction will be given by our PR from China market, Ms. Crystal Han.
Hello everyone, this is Crystal from TravelLink, the Chinese agency that provides tailor-made marketing solution and service to tourism partners. We have been actively cooperating with tour operators, media and influencers within China market to promote the Maldives as a top-tier travel destination for several years. And even for 2020, we have dedicated in seeking valuable opportunity with the mainstream media and leading OTA to launch online campaign to keep the Maldives visibility. And also we have always enhanced and maintained the relationship with the travel trade partners by localize the content development, showcase the tourism offering, and provide a digital educational platform. And now we are ready with the updated marketing strategy to respond the recovery of Maldives. And thank you to MMPLC for providing this webinar platform. This is a really great opportunity for the global travel trade industry to share and discuss together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Crystal. Next will be given, the next introduction will be given by our peer from the India market, Ms. Shikha.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Shikha Mishra, and we represent the MMPRC in India. I'm the account director for Think Strawberries in the company. Maldives has always been very, very special to us. And at the beginning of the pandemic in February and March, I was very, very confident professionally and personally that Maldives would be the first country to make a great comeback. And I think it's a sentiment echoed by all of us in India, the media, the travel agents, the social influencers. They are very, very confident of Maldives resurrecting as a brand extremely quickly. We are all ready here to promote the country, to promote tourism again. And I'm very, very confident and very, very happy to see the new launch, the Rediscover marketing message which is going out. And I'm confident that all of us together, my colleagues, my friends from all over the world, the other PR agencies, our travel agent partners, media partners, we'll all be able to rediscover Maldives very, very soon. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to today.
Thank you, Ms. Shikha. Next introduction will be given by our PR representative from the Japan market, Ms. Harue.
Hi everyone, I am Harue Nakagawa from TravelLink. I'm PR representative of Maldives in the Japanese market. Maldives is one of the most prestigious and favorable destinations for the Japanese. Although it will probably take some more time for us to be able to travel freely, we are trying our best to keep those potential travelers interested in the destination so that they are able to rediscover Maldives again. So until then, よろしくお願いします. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harue. Next will be an introduction by our PR representative from the Australia market, Ms. Annie Wild.
Hello everyone in the Maldives, our regional neighbours, and a special call out to everyone from Australia who's on the line today. Welcome. I'm Anne Wild. I'm the Managing Director of Anne Wild & Associates in Sydney, Australia. And also on the line today is McKenna Moroz, who works on the account. And we've had the pleasure of representing the Maldives in Australia for close to 2 years now. As Mr. Mohammed explained earlier, Australia has experienced a massive growth in terms of visitation to the Maldives. In 2019, we were the 10th largest source market for the country. was about 40,000 visitor arrivals in 2019, and that represents about a 7% increase on 2018. So for our market, the destination really continues to grow in both popularity and awareness, which is terrific. In terms of international travel right now, unfortunately, we have a travel ban of international departures until December 17. We're hoping for an update at that time. Realistically, we may not be traveling again until Q1 next year. But when that does occur, everything is very positive in terms of Australian sentiment for travel. Recently, some research was just done by Donata and Black Box, which shows that 70% of Australians plan to travel within the first 6 months of those restrictions being lifted for both short-haul and long-haul trips. So that bodes very well for the Maldives, because we're only a 7.5-hour flight away to Singapore, and then a quick 3-hour flight to the Maldives. So that fits perfectly for us. Our own agency research said that the holiday experiences that travellers are most after travel restrictions lift, 42% are after tropical holidays, 41% after luxury holidays, and 37% after family holidays. So the Maldives can deliver on all of those travel experiences, which is terrific. One of the products, or the products most being sought, are boutique, intimate and uncrowded experiences. So again, when we're talking about this Maldives one island, one resort experience, it's perfectly aligned. So we're excited to share the news on that. We have great confidence, given the very robust health and safety measures being put in place by the Maldives, which is what our travellers are also seeking, that the Maldives will go back to the top of the destination bucket list for Australians as travel restrictions ease. And we're super excited to be partnering with MMPRC to bring that message home to our valued media and trade partners, who we know many of whom are on the line today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Annie. The next introduction will be provided by our peer representative from the Korea market, Ms. Gina.
Hello, everyone. Nice to virtually meet you all. I'm Gina Choi from South Korea, and we also have Sophia Sung and Angela Jang from S Marketing in Korea joining us on our webinar today. We are a destination marketing agency in Korea, proudly representing Maldives and PCR in Korea, and we specialize in PR and travel trade activities, as well as digital marketing in Korea. Although we still have travel restriction in place, we are positioning Maldives as one of the safest one island, one resort destination, and we believe Maldives is a perfect destination for Koreans in the post-corona period. Once the government lifts the quarantine process, we believe Maldives will be the first destination that Koreans will fly to. From the Korea side, we're working on digital campaign as well as PR activity. We're discussing with Korean airline partners to develop more promoting Maldives as a safe destination. I would like to thank Mr. Saib and the MMPCR staff for this opportunity, and hope this session, webinar session, will be useful for everyone. If you have any questions from Korea side regarding Maldives, don't hesitate to reach out to us in Korea at S Marketing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And finally, we'll be given the opportunity to our PR representative in the Malaysian market, Ms. Varen Ang.
Hi everyone. Hi, this is Varon. I'm account manager of Pacific World Travel, the PR agency of MMPRC in Malaysia. Well, we work closely with the travel trade partners, our media, and we do the marketing in Malaysia in every touch point. Well, during this pandemic, we actually deliver the message to our partners to say that Maldives is a safe destination to travel after the pandemic. Well, our border is still closed until the 31st of December this year. And since the Maldives has reopened for international tourists from July 15th, we hope that for those who are selling Maldives, you will get new ideas from today's sharing to add into your packages, be it leisure or incentive. And if you are new, just started to sell Maldives, Maldives would be your new promoted destinations right after our borders reopened. And today I would like to take opportunity to thank our supportive travel trade partners and media to join us for today's webinar mainly from Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Penang, Ipoh, Johor, and East Malaysia. So feel free to contact us for any latest updates and assistance. We wish all of you to rediscover Maldives, the sunny side of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Varen. Thank you, everyone. Now we have come to the most anticipated part of this session. We'll now be launching our new campaign, a dozen must-do experiences in the Maldives, in which I would like to kindly request our Managing Director, Mr. Tayyip Mohammed, to proceed. Mr. Tayyip Mohammed.
Sorry. Yeah, it gives me a great pleasure to be launching a dozen must-do experiences in the Maldives, and I hope you will all like it.
Experience the sunny side of life. A dozen must-do experiences in the Maldives. Fly above the islands. Witness the beauty of the Maldives by soaring through the sky on a seaplane. Get a bird's eye view of the islands, sandbars and lagoons scattered across the blue ocean. This will surely be a breathtaking experience. Floating breakfast in an infinity pool. Start your breakfast in style and indulge in a fantastic breakfast spread. Treat yourself to the perfect floating breakfast while in the comfort of your own private pool. Remember to take a photo and post it on social media. Live like a local. Live like a local on one of the many islands in the Maldives. Join their laid-back lifestyle. Play football with the children. Enjoy a home-cooked meal. Or simply sit by the beach and sip on a cup of black tea while watching the sunset in the horizon. Welcome to the hidden side of paradise. Stay at your own private overwater villa, perched over crystal blue waters with iconic boardwalks and thatched roofs. Overwater villas are the ultimate source of luxury and privacy in resorts. With the one island, one resort concept in mind, visitors are guaranteed a romantic getaway in seclusion. If you are looking to escape the humdrum of city life and daily woes, this will be perfect. Swim freely in harmony with nature. The Maldives is one of the best countries in the world for swimming and snorkeling. You can snorkel at a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve with manta rays, nurse sharks, sea turtles and even whale sharks if you're lucky. Var Atoll and Ari Atoll are the best locations for this experience. Exquisite underwater dining experience. Exceptional dining experiences await under the sea, amidst vivid views of fascinating coral gardens, flora and fauna. With flavorful menus on the table and luxury guaranteed, the feeling of being underwater is truly special. Treehouse adventures. Looking for an unforgettable adventure? Or simply an escape amidst the rich tropical vegetation? Book yourself a stay at a resort with luxury tree houses in the Maldives. Bubble tent on a beach. A cosmic experience under the stars in an idyllic stay at a spectacular new luxury glamping concept. The first of its kind in the Maldives, the Bubble Up on a Beach tent at Finalu. Plant a coral and help conserve the environment. Help us save and conserve our underwater beauty by planting a coral and helping in its preservation while you stay in the Maldives. Sunset fishing. With a rich marine heritage, Maldives is one of the world's top destinations for fishing and practices sustainable methods of pole and line fishing. Sunset fishing is an experience not only reserved for fishing enthusiasts, but for anyone who wishes to enjoy a magical sunset out at sea. Experience mystic illuminated shores at night. Have you ever walked along the seashore at night and seen it illuminated by a blue glow? This magical phenomenon is actually created by bioluminescent planktons. Witness the rare beauty in the Maldives. Movie night under the stars. Spice up your date night with the outdoor cinema under the stars. Enjoy your favorite movie under the starry Maldivian sky. The intimate setting is just the private experience you have been waiting for.
Thank Thank you, Mr. Thoya. I'm definitely tempted to try some of these myself. Maldives is renowned for its innovative tourism products, and we are honored to be one of the first in the world to bring you such experiences. Do let us know which experiences is the most tempting for you by hashtagging your favorite experiences with hashtag Visit Maldives on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That being said, we would now like to highlight the 3 out of the 12 experiences showcased in the launching videos. The first experience showcased how a simple, luxurious, and relaxing it can be to fully be surrounded by the sea and stay at your own private overwater villa.
Perched over crystal blue waters, with iconic boardwalks and thatched roofs, overwater villas are the ultimate source of luxury and privacy in resorts. With the one island, one resort concept in mind, visitors are guaranteed a romantic getaway in seclusion. If you're looking to escape the humdrums of city life and daily woes, this will be perfect. Rediscover Maldives, the sunny side of life.
The next experience is a mystical illuminated show at night. Will take you to a magical fairy tale in which is the most unique experiences in the world.
Have you ever walked along the seashore at night and seen it illuminated by a blue glow? This magical phenomenon is actually created by bioluminescent planktons. Witness the rare beauty in Maldives. Rediscover Maldives, the sunny side of life.
A trip to the Maldives would be incomplete without some time with our friendly marine life. The third experience will be looking at the rainbow colors as you swim freely in the harmony with nature.
Maldives is one of the best countries in the world for swimming and snorkeling. You can snorkel at a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve with manta rays, nurse sharks, sea turtles, and even whale sharks if you're lucky. Ba Atoll and Ari Atoll are the best locations for this experience. Rediscover Maldives, the sunny side of life.
We hope all of the attendees enjoyed the experiences presented. I would like to allow 3 of our industry partners who are present with us to showcase their own unique experiences. Please note that the representatives of the establishments would be taking 1 question directly after their presentation. So please drop a question in the chat box below. Moving forward with the first experience will be showcased by the Secret Paradise. I would like to request Senior Guide, Mr. Ahmed Masir Ali, to say a few words.
Yes, good morning. My name is Masir Ali and I am part of the Secret Paradise Maldives team. Since 2012, Secret Paradise has provided a range of unique guided local island multi-day tours, day tours, guest house accommodation options. We are your Maldives local island expert. With Secret Paradise, you can be assured of high standard of service and professionalism, value for money, timely communication, and satisfied clients. Every Secret Paradise adventure has been carefully designed to deliver an unforgettable Maldivian local experience.
Oh, sorry.
Hello. Should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Every Secret Paradise adventure has been carefully designed to deliver an unforgettable Maldives local experience. This is just one of the reasons why we remain TripAdvisor's leading tour company in the Maldives. We have developed a range of tours to ensure we can offer something to everyone, no matter the length of stay or the number of people traveling. Choose to travel on a guided tour with one of our amazing local guides or travel independently whilst we manage all the logistics. All our tours provide carefully selected and audited local accommodations and travel by local transport. We offer education and opportunities to give back. Learn about corals, marine life, seagrass, mangroves, and what happens to plastic through presentations and experiences provided by our local leaders. Finally, add into the mix activities, meals, and plenty of time to kick back and relax. The safety and comfort of our guests and our team has always been important to us. This is why our tour leaders are certified emergency first responders and international lifeguards. Our travel safe policy ensures that all guests travel in line with Maldives safe tourism guidelines. We are also pleased to offer safe travel and health and hygiene standards as required by the World's Travel and Tourism Council Safe Travel Stamp. Traveling with Secret Paradise isn't just about exploring the Maldives and enjoying the beautiful beaches and tropical waters. It is about discovering authentic experiences and off the beaten path locations that you didn't even know were there to discover. Let us guide you. Thank you.
Since there's no questions, I'll be asking two of the previously asked questions. Do PCR certifications need to be from a designated agency? Is there any conditions? Could Deputy Minister help answer this question?
Thank you. There is no specific agency or lab where the test has to be taken from. However, the lab has to be registered or an authorized lab by the government of that particular country. And the negative PCR test must be performed not more than 72 hours prior to the departure. Counting from the first port of embarkation en route to the Maldives, the document containing the result should clearly show the name and address of the laboratory, the result, the date of testing, and bear the name and signature of issuing officer. Previously, the guideline mentioned that the test has to be done in English. However, we have removed that requirement. So we'll accept results in major languages. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Asad. Now I would like to ask one more question. The best reason to visit Maldives. Could Mr. Tayyip Mohammed please answer this question?
I think we have already answered it with the experiences we have been seeing it. Best reasons to visit Maldives. But today's webinar hopefully will have or will be providing you with dozens of reasons to come to Maldives. The best reason to visit Maldives is because there's something for everyone. For those adventurous in heart, for those who just want to escape to find some peace, for those looking for a romantic getaway, or for those who have been tired of the lockdown and needs a break in a safe tropical destination. Maldives Maldives is one of the safest countries to visit during this unprecedented time due to its unique geography and one island, one resort concept. I hope I have answered some.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyip. Next, World of Astoria Maldives will be showcasing their unique experiences. I would like to request the Director of Sales, Mr. Afra Abdullah, to say a few words.
Hi, Luba. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining the call, and greetings from World of Astoria Maldives. It's a pleasure to be on the call and presenting the resort on behalf of such a beautiful and iconic resort that has been open for almost a year now, and already have been receiving accolades for the wonderful work that is being done at the resort. Just to give a quick overview of the resort, we are just 45 minutes by luxury yacht from Welana International Airport. The resort features 119 villas and also is home to one of the largest private islands in the Maldives. Basically, like Mr. Tayyip just mentioned, the resort also has something for everybody, be it a family who is traveling or a couple who is celebrating their honeymoon, or friends who are just celebrating a special occasion and wants a safe getaway in the Maldives. The main activity that we are, the main experience that we today are highlighting is the private dining experience that is available in our iconic high-end dining restaurant, Terra. It is one of the unique experiences, one of the many unique experiences that the guests are able to experience at the property from our 11 celebrated dining venues. And we hope that you will love the video that we are going to share. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them.
Thank you, Mr. Afra. Since there's no question, I'll be asking one of the questions from the previously sent questions. This question is from Nippon Travel Agency from Japan. Please clarify more about the PCR test and negative certificate's validity. Is it 72 hours prior to travel or departure to the Maldives? Could Deputy Minister Mr. Asad Riaz kindly answer this question?
Well, all travelers arriving to Maldives require mandatory negative PCR test, which is done maximum 72 hours prior to their departure. And an online health declaration form needs to be filled in 24 hours before arrival. And PCR tests for children aged less than 1 year are exempted, so they don't have to do the test. In addition, prior booking should be confirmed with the resort, Leopold guest house, or any tourist establishment that we have permitted. So, and all tourists are welcome with a 30-day on arrival free visa. Thank you. So the test, it has to be prior to the departure, not at the port of entry. So 72 hours prior to the departure. Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, UI hotels will be showcasing their unique experiences. I would like to request Managing Director, Mr. Nashir Mosa, to say a few words.
A very good morning and good afternoon to some of you. Thank you so much, MMPRC, for having me. My name is Nasif, Managing Director of UI Hotels, DMC UI Maldives. Multi-award-winning company with 10 years experience, top ranking in TripAdvisor and winner of Traveler's Choice 2020 as well. Basically, we are specialized in affordable holiday solutions, affordable experiences, affordable hotels, and affordable holiday packages. We organize a wide range of excursions, fishing, likewise fishing day trips to resort islands, island hopping, sandbank, scuba diving, snorkeling, dolphin cruise, etc. Let me highlight the most unique selling experience from the central part of the Maldives. It's called a floating adventure. This trip is a combination of interesting activities. It is a full day trip from morning 9 o'clock to 5 p.m. This trip consists of a boat trip to a sandbank, guided snorkeling safari, swim with colorful fish, stingrays, sharks, dolphin cruise, beach photography, beach picnic, and a boat cruise. Our boat has a changing room, shower facility, and a very comfortable seatings as well. Most important, all our guests are covered with public liability insurance of $1 million US. I know it's a very short time to say something about the Maldives and the experience in the Maldives. It's my pleasure meeting you all. Once again, thank you MMPRC and PR from other nations for your hard work. Wish you all the best for the Rediscover Maldives webinar series. Stay safe. I'll be available for more questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Nasir. Thank you all of you for providing us. Thank you all for the virtual transportation you have to the virtual experience you have from your properties. I hope everyone excited to take these from your bucket list. This leaves us to the last component of the webinar, the Q&A section. I will go through some of the questions that were previously raised to the webinar. Some of the questions on the chat box will be also answered during the session. The next question which was asked was from the new creative tourism from Japan. What is the immigration rule and the quarantine? Could Deputy Minister Mr. Asad Riaz kindly help to answer this question?
Yeah, thank you. There is no quarantine on arrival for those who visit in Maldives. However, if any visitor displays any kind of symptom, COVID-like symptom, which will be subjected to a PCR test upon arrival, and will be quarantined in a transit facility or the specific booked hotel until the result. And contacts who are tourists can be quarantined in their destination resort until the PCR test result of that patient. Contacts will be released once patient's PCR test comes negative. If tested positive, the tourist may continue the isolation at the resort or can be transferred to a designated state-run isolation facility. Moreover, to make contact tracing easier, all tourists are encouraged to install the contact tracing app that we have, which is called Trace Eki, to be able to navigate within the Maldives, and contact tracing should be done for any symptomatic patient. Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Asad. The next question is from Travelism India. When will Maldives start? Could Mr. Tayyib assist in answering this question?
Already we have. On 15th July 2020, Maldives opened the borders and welcomed back visitors with a 30-day tourist visa on arrival. But a confirmed booking prior to is mandatory. As of 3rd of this month, 101 tourist resorts have been in operation. 101 liveaboats, or what we call safari vessels, have been given permits for operations. 28 transit facilities in the Greater Mali region also have been given permits for operations by Tourism Ministry. A list of approved opening dates of the tourist facilities are available on the Ministry of Tourism and Visit Maldives website as well. Guest houses is set to open next month at the moment. To encourage and allow tourists to experience more of our islands, the Ministry of Tourism has also allowed a system to split stay. Split stays are permitted between resorts that meet all compulsory requirements under the split stay guideline approved by HPA. Requests for approval of split stays should be submitted by the Ministry of Tourism 2 days prior to the traveling date. I think that answers the question by Gaurav Punjabi as well about split stays. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyib. The next question is from J-Tour Travel India. When will direct flight start from India? Could Mr. Tayyib assist in answering this question?
Yes, J-Tours, India and Maldives always had a strong connection, being SAARC nations. The air travel bubble created is the first for India within this region. It's commenced on 25th August to boost tourism and has enabled a regular path with weekly flights between our countries. Already, flights from Air India and Air Indigo have started operations from New Delhi and Bangalore to Maldives. Maldivian Airlines has started their flights to Trivandrum, and there's also discussions going on with charter flights from India to Maldives. As far as I know, Madura travels together with One Above Together, and also another Indian online travel agency have been in negotiations with concerned authorities, and hopefully more are to be confirmed in the near future, and we are assisting with some of the travel regulations with them as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyib. The next question is from Hello World Punsan Bai from New Zealand. What is the quietest time to visit Maldives? Could Mr. Tayyib assist in answering this question?
360 days, I must say. Well, the low season gradually starts in May till August, where it inclines, then peaks from late November until April. But regardless of the time and the weather, due to the geographical isolation of the country, the one island, one resort concept, and the geographical disbursement of the local islands means that it will be only the visitors and the staff on the island, except the local islands. But still, you will be getting your own private arrangements as well. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from All Away Dive Expedition from Australia. What cultural activities are available in the Maldives?
Well, Maldives has a rich cultural heritage dating back hundreds of years and is filled with its own cultural activities. And ranging from music, dance, and other activities, including food and other religious and cultural festivals as well. Most of these cultural aspects are found in local islands, especially during these special festivities. Either you are booked in a resort, liveaboat, or in a guest house, you can always are welcomed by the local islands with happy faces if you are keen to explore and experience this. That is why we created these experiences, and most of them is based on the local islands as well. This is easier sometimes if you are booked in a guest house based in local islands.
Thank you. The next question is from Cream Magazine Australia. When do you think media might be able to visit Maldives to review specific region or current cultural climate?
Well, Australia, I think you all cannot travel very easily now, as our PR has just mentioned as well. The Maldives borders are currently open to international tourists from all over the world. Several resorts and liverboats have already opened up, while the rest are geared up towards reopening during the coming months. Media and fam trips are possible even now. However, as of now, guest houses will be reopening on 15th October 2020 onwards, and it could be possible to arrange media fam trips by then to COVID-19 free local islands. But special permits will need to be taken from the local authorities to travel between these islands. We have already concluded one media trip late last month as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question is from Sun Guardian as well as the Daily Guardian from India. Has raising COVID cases in India affected the recent India-Maldives air travel bubble arrangement?
Well, we are living in a new norm, and as India and Maldives have commenced an air travel bubble on 25th August 2020, to facilitate the movement of people between the two countries, it has enabled a regular path with weekly flights. Travel bubble or travel corridor arrangements do follow certain protocols, and as far as I know, strict health protocols and guidelines will be followed as well. Flights from Air India have started operations from Delhi to Trivandrum, Bangalore to the Maldives. Indigo has already started its 2-day-a-week flights. Maldivian has started Trivandrum flights. So therefore, we do expect a gradual increase in arrivals from India, but of course with safety precautions.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyip. The next question is from the chat box. Are there any minimum day stay for travelers? Could Deputy Minister Mr. Asad kindly answer this question?
Actually, we don't have any minimum number of stay nights at the moment. So tourists can travel as they have been traveling in the past. So however, we encourage maximum number of nights to spend in Maldives to have the maximum experience they could have. Thank you.
The more the merrier.
Thank you. The last question we'll be taking for today is also from the chat box. Is Maldives City operational fully as normal? Could Mr. Asad kindly answer this question as well?
What was the question again?
Sorry, is Maldives City operational fully as normal?
Mali City or Maldives?
Sorry, Mali City.
Actually, as you all know, the Maldives has reported case of COVID-19, and the community spread is only said to be in Mali City. So the Mali City is on, strict restriction measures are taken in place. So the guest transit facilities, hotels that we have given permit is only for the transit purpose. So normal operations cannot be done in Mali. However, I think as Tayyip has mentioned earlier, and in one of the presentation, that we have a unique concept. So tourists arrive into the resorts, they don't have to really, get into Mali. We have separate airport island, and from there they can get their designated transport to the resort. So I think tourists can, except for the guest house, travelers, others can, travel to Maldives as they have been traveling before. However, there are some restriction measures for the safety of tourists. So there might be a little bit inconvenience, but it's for the safety of our tourists. And I think there is one more important question in the chat box. I would like to answer that as well. The PCR test works if the guest has a split stay, like traveling from India to Dubai, and then from Dubai to maybe after 5-9 days. So as I have mentioned earlier, the COVID-19 negative PCR test result issued not more than 72 hours prior to departure, counting from the first port of embarkation en route to the Maldives. So if a tourist has a stopover in, let's say from traveling from Europe and have a stopover in Dubai or Sri Lanka, the tourist might, they would require another PCR test, negative PCR test done from there, not more than 72 hours prior to the departure. Thank you.
I would like to add on to that, Lubu. It's not allowed to move in between Male, which is the main capital, as Asad said, where the cases are a lot compared to compared in Maldives as well, and Male and operational tourist establishments, and the staff also cannot come and go in between these tourist establishments that are in operational, just to make sure that safety measures are taken properly. And we follow the HPA guidelines is quite strict in these, and tourism ministry follows it as well. And all these measures have been taken, as I said before.
前にも言いましたけれども、あくまでも
It's quite safe when in Maldives.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyip. Before we wrap up, I would like to request Managing Director Mr. Tayyip and the property representatives to say a few words before the final quarter of the session. Mr. Tayyip.
Before I just say thank you, I saw some questions from the chat group. I think we should answer some of them as well. And some says media film trim is okay, anything for the, okay. I've answered all those. And about the large scale marketing initiative, Cynthia Demera, probably you might be having a little bigger campaign in store for us. Of course, how we work, Visit Maldives, how we work is, we work with the PR representatives from major markets. And we also take direct campaigns. We are working together globally with Singapore Airlines, Air Asia, and I think we just finished last year with TripAdvisor, BBC, and now we have started with CNN and other major global companies as well. To answer your question, yes, it is possible. Everything is possible with Visit Maldives to do marketing. We are here to market Maldives and to showcase Maldives as the most preferred destination in the world. And I think it is. And to do that, we always believe it is not only our work that matters. It is what the private sector, what you all, the travel agents, the travel operators, airlines, the industry partners who is representing here, all those marketing efforts makes Maldives unique, makes Maldives on top of the travelers list. So to answer that question again, yes, we would welcome, come up with great, creative, out-of-the-box ideas. Of course, we will finance as well, but make sure you also put in something. Yeah. To conclude, I will just say very short. First, I would like to thank what our PRs are doing in these regions. Thanks a lot. You all means a lot to us. Thanks to all the travel agents or all those who are on board with us today even. You please make sure Maldives is on the list. We are coming up. We will come back soon. And then, thank you, Nasir. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot the name, but I know that Marshir is there. Secret Paradise, right? And UI Hotels and the other tourist resorts. Thank you so much for showcasing your experiences. I know there's hundreds and hundreds of more experiences in Maldives. We are stuck in these smaller rooms. I think I should give up my job and try to start traveling with Secret Paradise and Nasir, just to make sure that I get a tan. Anyway, thanks. Thank you, Lubu.
Thank you, MD. Next, I would like to give some opportunity for our industry representatives, starting from Mr. Mashir Ali from Secret Paradise. Would you like to say some few words?
Yes, just thank you so much for joining. It was truly a pleasure. And yes, regarding all the trips that we'll be doing from now and in the future, we'll be starting hopefully 1st of December. So looking forward to welcoming anybody and everybody who is coming to Maldives. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again. From World of Astoria, would Mr. Afra Abdullah like to say some few words? Okay, from UI Hotels, would Mr. Nasir, Managing Director, would like to say some few words before we end?
Thank you. Thank you so much, MMPRC and industry partners, PR companies. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, as soon as the local guest houses and the hotels opens, we welcome all of you for a fam trip. I'm sure MMPRC and team will arrange fam trips. I think myself and Marshall will arrange all the activities. Thank you so much.
Thank you all the panelists for providing a wonderful experience and the information provided to all the participants. Of course, thank you ladies and gentlemen for joining us for the third series of the Rediscover Maldives webinar series. We hope all the participants enjoy the experiences presented and similarly hope that the session was informative as well. We wish you all a wonderful day ahead and thus concluding this session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.